Hello English language learners. Welcome to Learn English with Dr. DK. So as you can see, the link is, I already posted the link. If you want to join the live Zoom English speaking class, you are welcome. So again, मैं आपको हिंदी में भी बता दूं कि ये जो हमारा सेशन अभी मैं स्टार्ट कर रही हूँ, ये हमारा Zoom सेशन है, जिसका मतलब है कि आप अगर तो आपके पास ईमेल में ऑलरेडी लिंक है तो आप अपनी ईमेल से भी लिंक पे क्लिक करके मेरी जूम जो क्लास है वो ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। अदरवाइज आप अगर देख सकते हैं ये जो लाइव चैट है इसमें मैंने लिंक पोस्ट कर दिया है, तो आप इस लिंक पे क्लिक करें। अगर आपको पासवर्ड चाहिए तो पासवर्ड भी है, तो आप मेरी लाइव क्लास ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। सो अगेन मैं आपको वही बात मैं बहुत बार रिपीट करती हूँ कि बिना डर के प्लीज, बिकॉज ये आपको एक तरह से आई विल से गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी है आपके लिए। अगर आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी है इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग की और बिना डर के, कि मैं यहाँ पे किसी को जज नहीं करती। सो हाँ, कई बार अगर मुझे जहाँ पे लगे मैं थोड़ी बहुत आपकी करेक्शन करती हूँ, बट ज्यादातर मैं आपको सिर्फ सुनती हूँ, आपको मैं एक अपॉर्चुनिटी प्रोवाइड करती हूँ जहाँ पे कि आप अपनी स्पीकिंग स्किल्स की प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं। सो आप मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट्स, अगर आप मौज कर रहे हो तो आप मेरे सेशन को ज्वाइन कर सकते हो। दूसरी चीज, ये सेशन एवरी सैटरडे एंड संडे को है और 8:30 PM इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइम, राइट। PM जो है वो दोपहर के 12 बजे से लेके रात के 12 बजे तक का टाइम होता है। तो दैट मीन्स कि ये PM जो है वो इवनिंग वाला टाइम है। तो रात जो आपकी है 8:30 बजे इंडिया में, उस टाइम पे ये क्लास है। सो कोई अगर किसी को किसी तरह की टाइम की कंफ्यूजन है, इसीलिए मैंने ये एक ही टाइम सेट कर दिया है, और ये सिर्फ ये क्लास सैटरडे और संडे 2 दिन। दूसरी चीज, आप जब मेरी क्लास ज्वाइन करते हो प्लीज अपने आप को म्यूट रखिए, राइट। मेक श्योर कीजिए कि आप म्यूटेड हैं, क्योंकि आपकी जो बैकग्राउंड पे बहुत सारी डिस्टरबेंस हैं और हम लाइव ये सेशन कर रहे हैं। सो पूरा जैसे कह लो वर्ड वॉच कर रहा है, और बहुत बार क्या होता है कि आप अपनी घर में जो पीछे बातचीत चल रही है वो सारी दुनिया को सुनती है, एंड इट्स लाइक अ डिस्ट्रैक्शन, राइट। सो कोशिश कीजिए जब आपको मौका मिले बात करने का, तब आप उसको अनम्यूट करके आप बात कर सकते हैं। सो कोशिश कीजिए, कीप योरसेल्फ म्यूटेड, ओके। सो उसमें सभी के लिए ही ये जो है थोड़ा ठीक रहेगा, ओके। सो और किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन हो वो चैट में टाइप कर सकता है। बाकी मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ बड़े रिस्पेक्टफुल वे से चैट में जो भी आपको लिखना है, रिस्पेक्ट ईच अदर एंड जस्ट स्टिक विद द टॉपिक। जो भी हम टॉपिक उस दिन क्लास में जो भी टॉपिक है उसके रिगार्डिंग की बात कीजिए, ओके। So again, I already have students here, and if there is any other, I can see there are viewers. If viewers want to join the class, they are welcome to join the class. Okay, so let's see. Let me talk to, so welcome Ayodhya, Tasneem, and I don't know the name of the person who just joined the class with YO 1935. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Raman.
Your name is what? Say it again.
Raman. R-A-M-E-N.
Raman. Okay, Raman. Okay. So nice meeting you, everyone. So today's topic, I am actually repeating this topic because last time we had the discussion and I recorded the lesson, but it was little bit kind of like a hassle for me to edit it and then post it. So I didn't post the lesson. So most of you are new in this session today. So if anyone from that same particular class will be in this session, it's going to be a review for you, okay? So review. So you can view it again and have a discussion, right? So it's going to be good practice. So the topic is women empowerment. Okay. So when we say women empowerment, what do you think about this? Anyone wants to share anything related to women empowerment before we start this topic? And you are free to speak in both languages. It's fine. Okay. At this time, I just want to know your background knowledge. Background knowledge means something you already know. Okay. Before even learning about the topic, what do you know about this? When I say woman, you know it's about women, right? And when we say empowerment, so what do you think this word or any information you have about this topic? Anyone? Let's start. um, what do you think, Raman or Tasneem or Ayodhya? I will not ask Subhash and MD because they were in class and they have a lot to talk. But I want you to tell me about what do you think about women empowerment? So who wants to? Tasneem, what do you think?
Means actually everybody said that women have empowerment, but nobody apply it in a real life.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you think it's not applied in real life, it's just in the news or in the articles? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, somebody tried to understand us, but actually we can't understand, and we never apply it.
Mm-hmm.
More thing is that our parents don't apply it.
Okay. Okay. Good. So that's what you feel, right? That it's more in the news and it's more in a written format, but in a real life, it's not there. People are not recognizing that, or the woman, they don't have that kind of power, right? That's what you're saying. Equal to men, right? Tasneem? Okay, yes. What about YO 1935? Raman, what do you think? आप क्या सोचते हैं इसके बारे में?
Yes, ma'am. Now women are very educated now.
Okay.
They have rights to live their life with their own style, because most of women are educated nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think to so many changes
Mm-hmm.
in India, because um, in earlier days women faces some problems,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays women are independent, so they are not dependent on other people, on their husband, like I can say.
Uh-huh.
So I think now women live their own life with their own style.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes,
So you think women are more now empowered, right? So they are not dependent on anyone's.
yes,
I will say majority of the women, you think, or not many?
ma'am, can you speak again?
You think majority of the women are independent in India?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Some areas, I can say that in some areas women are dependent on their husband, on their life partner, but nowadays so many changes, because most of women are educated, so time have been changed.
Right. So
But some areas, I can say that in some areas that women are faces problems, but now women are have rights. so many rights to face the problems against her. So I can say that so many changes
Okay.
in India.
Right. So the area where you live in the state or city, you think you see around you like more women are empowered and that's what you're saying?
Yes.
Mhm. Okay, good. And you are from northern India?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so Yodhya Soni, what do you think?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think?
She is right only, ma'am. Nowadays, both are equal. And even though women have more rights, and also our society and government supporting them a lot of. So we have both rights, equal rights. We both have. So they can do anything what they want. And in many areas, government also supporting, and some plans is there, government plans to empower the women.
Mhm, mhm.
So
Yeah,
there's
and
no
moreover,
different, yes.
it depends on the countries also. So like maybe in India, women have more women are more empowered, but maybe in you know it
Yes,
and most time it
in
depends.
some like countries, Saudi and other countries, we cannot say that what
Right.
is going there. But in India, or if you say about like America, US, then there is also this. Uh,
I mean, in
so-
Western countries, it's very different naturally. But if you talk about like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, or many other countries, right? Then you can compare. Yeah, comparatively, if you look at, I think, for example, maybe in Bangladesh, it's not that much
yes,
empowered,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
Or in Pakistan, maybe not that empowered, but still they have some kind of like a freedom.
Yes, yes.
Moreover, it also depends even in metro cities, for example, even in India, if you look at Bombay or maybe Delhi, or it might be different if you go to any remote areas, right? So it depends.
Yes,
And in India also, it's not same in every city or every village, or you know what I mean? It depends
yes,
on.
yes, ma'am. It depends on the territory, how they are feeling, or mentality on the
And
family. Yes.
you will be surprised that it's pretty much same in America also. Yes.
So like that, ma'am.
Yeah, there and I was shocked too, because there are some uh, kind of like, I will say, tribes, I will say, I don't know, but they have a more like a maybe dominating societies where the women are living very dominating life, and
Yes, ma'am.
they have their own way of living, and they are not they are kind of like disconnected from the modern life.
If
Yes.
like that is there, then it's sure they are not from native, means they are not from America or US.
No,
They
no,
are
no,
from other
living here
country.
from hundred years. Yes.
Okay.
And they are like, for example, there is a one group, Amish group. If
Okay.
you can Google them, you can find a lot of information about Amish. They have their own style. They live their own way. They don't follow everything like in the modern world. Yes,
Yes, yes.
that's their choice. They just follow their own community's rules. Yeah. So it's everywhere, right? It's everywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so who else? Harun Ali ji. Yes. Good to see you after so many days. So what do you think? I know you live in Delhi, right? So so what you have any views? Do you want to say anything about woman empowerment? हेलो, अनम्यूट कीजिए अगर आपको बात करनी है तो.
Yes.
हाँ जी. So, आपका जो देखते हो, because I know your profession also, you deal with a lot of women, right? So, what do you think about their empowerment?
I cannot say much about it, ma'am, because I didn't have prepared. So I will explain you my view after some time.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Ayodhya Soni already talked about it. Okay, MD, what do you want to say about women empowerment?
I personally believe that women empowerment is one of the biggest issue that is going on in the world, and almost all of us are experiencing it. But as far as the matter is concerned, I would say to give the liability and equality to the women as men have is a women empowerment. And in India, we observe and experience that there are several types of the situation. First, some areas are have good women empowerment, and there are men and women equally working and are equally treated. But others, there are a huge difference between men and women. And as far as the government role are concerned, I would say government is making the laws and policy to polish and to enhance the liability and equality and of the women, so that they can achieve their goals, and they would be treated equal, and they are trying to make the women in the power as well.
Okay.
And if we look onto the world wise, there are some countries which are considered as to have the men and women empowerment ratio equal, and some have not. And our India is considered as a mid country, not the topmost and not the top least countries, at least least countries. And as the US is concerned, US comes in top 10 countries, but not the US is not on the topmost country. It's not on the rank 1 or 2 or 3rd. It's my opinion and analysis on this topic.
So
Thank you, ma'am.
Where did you find this, like who is on the top and who is in the middle? Did you did your research about this?
Yes, ma'am. Once it's about 7 or 8 months ago, I was searching population and mean and women ratio and like this in the Google. And in meanwhile, I found this information that I have shared with you.
So do you know who is on the top of the list in freedom wise, like empowerment?
Ma'am, maybe ma'am, I have forgotten the name of the country, but it's not so famous country.
Oh, okay.
Germany or Greenland, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's not so famous.
Right. Yes. So Subhash Karki, do you have anything to add about empowerment?
Little bit, ma'am. In today's world, men and women are equal. We treated them as equal. but at some part of the world, still people don't treat women as human being. They objectify the female, and they don't treat her and treat women, female, as a human being.
Mhm.
But in today's world, due to the like poverty, also a lack of education, and due to other factors also, people don't treat women like as human being. But we, as we are educated, and day by day our generation are also changing. We also, like my my grandmother used to treat like their like sister-in-law and their daughter, like just not properly. But as we are educated, and we go along with the trends and changes, then we should change our behavior, and we also must behave female as a human being. And whenever there is need or help, whenever they need it, we should raise our voice and help them. That's the being human. That is the we ought to help them, and that's our responsibility also, I think, in my opinion, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, these are the things we should work on this. That's your suggestion, that we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this, right? But I mean, so before we talk more about it, let's learn more about women empowerment, and then we will discuss at the end. Okay. So I am going to share this. This is something I am repeating. If you were here, I didn't remember, but because my recording didn't work that time, so we will be redoing this chapter. Okay. So who wants to read? Let's start from Harun Ali ji. Do you want to read the first paragraph?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
The best known women's movement involved political effort to improve women's lives and change the rules and the status of women in society. Such political movements often are called feminist movements. These women's movements have sought to achieve greater social, economic, and political involvement.
Right.
Throughout history, women have usually had fewer rights and lower social status than men. A woman's traditional role was as a wife and a mother. Most women's lives centered around their household.
Right. So, women's empowerment movement, most of the time we call it a feminist movement, right? As you know, feminine means what? Feminine means woman, right? Related to women. So these women's movements have sought to achieve greater what? Social, economic, and political involvement, right? So political means they are more in politics also. Economical means that they are working women now, right? They are becoming more financially independent, right? And then social means how they are, how the men world are treating them, right? How they're in other sense, I will say, if we talk about just at home, what kind of rights they have, first of all, even domestically, if you think about that way. If woman is your mother or a wife or a sister, do you think they have equal rights? If I think about that, I will say, if like I am talking about India, right now I'm not going to talk about America, but in India, if I talk about socially, domestically, it's more in the papers. it's more in the papers that yes, they have equal rights. But if I look around in my relations, or in, I'm talking about India again, I'm telling you, and it's more is in paper. I'm not saying they are not socially have equality, but yes, they don't have that much equality. For example, if I will say parental property, for example, most of the time, the parental property will go to the boys. It's written in the paper that women have equal right on parental property, but I don't know how many parents actually give them that right. They don't. Majority
On this, hello.
Yes.
On this map, you are absolutely correct. They have equal rights on that. And but here most of the problem is there. Any girl is not asking to parents for any property, so they will divide it equally in all like girls and boys. So that is the problem. They are not asking first of all, not demanding that.
Okay.
So and yes, and same parents are not dividing equally because of they are not asking. If they can ask, this is the rule in India, they can get that equally.
But that you are saying asking, so why they need to ask? The question is why they have to ask, why the parents are not treating them equally. That's my point. Why? Okay, another question. If they will ask, that means they will ask through the court, right? And I know they have to go to the court to get their rights. If they will go to the court to get their rights, then the whole society, the relatives and everyone will be accusing them for this, that they are asking for the property, right? And I have seen many women are suffering. If they their husband passed away, in-laws are not keeping them, or they are blaming them for their husband's death or something, and they are just kicking them out of their houses, and then parents are not even giving them their rights. I mean, believe me, that's the reality. That is the ground reality. And but if you look at the law, the laws are made like that. The laws are made like equal rights, equal property, like, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Know that,
But
right?
yes, that is a mentality like that. But in laws, equal rights is there in government policy.
Right.
Yes.
So because see here, the customs also, like if you look at the Hindu customs, for example, I can talk more about because I'm more familiar with that culture. So वो जैसे होते हैं ना, बेटी की डोली उठ गई तो अब अर्थी something, I forgot that exact word.
Yes.
Why is like that, right? So daughter का मतलब ये नहीं कि उसकी शादी हो गई तो उसका बिल्कुल कनेक्शन ही खत्म हो गया घर के साथ, बट वो कल्चर वो अपनी ट्रेडिशन में है, और अगर कोई लड़की डिमांड करती है तो वो फिर सोसाइटी में उसको बुरा माना जाता है कि हाँ जी हाँ, इसने प्रॉपर्टी के लिए क्यों मांगी इसने प्रॉपर्टी, right?
But that should be there, because if no one will ask and no one will raise hand, that will come as a traditional.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's maybe it's changing. Maybe, I don't know now. I have no
Yes,
clue.
somewhere it is changing like 1% or 2%.
Right.
Not more than that.
Not more than that. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. There are so many things which are in papers. And now let's talk about, and then the social part also. If there is something, if like woman, she has to take care of most of the household stuff also, right? If she is even a working woman, she has to take care of everything at home, and she has to go to work also, right? And then at the same time, if there is any kind of a sacrifices, everyone is just looking at woman, that she is the one who will be sacrificing her career, if the family needed it. Or sometime even, I'm not going to mention the name, but I had a student last time in my class, and she said that she was in a very good company where she was working, but her in-laws demanded her to leave that job because they didn't want her to work. So she said, I gave up my job, but now I am regretting why I gave up my job. So you see, like it's, so that's
Yes,
the way.
ma'am. Yes, yes. So many women face this type of problems in India, I think.
Right. So she's educated. She was working in a very good
Yes.
company. Only because husband and husband's family do not want their daughter-in-law work. Because see here, one more thing, which is Indian mindset. I'm not criticizing here. We're just having a very open discussion here. The mindset is, if you have money, if they have a money, they have a good business, then why you need to work? It's not always working for money only. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you
Yes,
work
ma'am. Correct.
your
Yes,
own
ma'am. Yes.
identity. Sometimes you work
Yes,
for
ma'am.
your own happiness, your own identity, for your education. You want to do something for the services, for, I will say, maybe for the community, or you want to give to other people what you achieved, right? So it's not always just for money. But so who is happy there? Again, I'm saying, yes, it's there, but we still need to make a lot of improvement. And who needs to change the mindset? I am not just saying the men are responsible. I'm not saying that. Even women are responsible in that case. So for example, if mother-in-law is insisting or mother is participating in that, they are also women, right? But they are also doing the same thing what the men are doing in their life. So they all are contributing, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. Yes, we already made a lot of improvement. I'm not saying that. But yes, we still need to work on it, right? And who,
If
it depends on, yes.
ma'am, if mans are cooperative with their daughters, with their wives, then I think some changes. I
Right.
think some changes are possible, because sometimes girls are face some problems in their in-laws, and their husband never helped her and never cooperated her. They just say that I can't do anything, I think. Because I have seen so many cases.
Right.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
But it is changing. It is changing, but it will take time, ma'am.
Right. It will definitely. I'm not
It
saying
depends on the how that is society is, how much that they are educated and open-minded. So it will take time.
right. It will take time, but I will say, whosoever is listening or participating, I will say be empathetic. Empathetic means think in other person's point of view, right? Put yourself in that situation and then think how they feel. And I know, like even when we were actually discussing this topic and that case happened in Lucknow, right? Am I right? Where one girl actually were very mean to that cab driver or something. I mean, that is also wrong. That's not right. For women, being women, that doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want to, right? So it's both ways. It's both ways. If you have a liberty, then don't misuse it, right? So yes, okay. So why it's like that? It's not only in India. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's worldwide, because that's the way traditionally, if you look at that, woman's role was being a mother and a wife and to help in the family to run the house, right? Because that time the work was divided. Most of the men were working in the fields, right? खेती बाड़ी का काम तो men ही करते थे, and women were staying home and they were taking care of the family. That's the way it was working historically. अगर हम देखें बहुत पुराने से लेकर, right? So their role was as a mother and a wife. So most women's lives centered around their household. Okay, so let's read the next one. And
Ma'am, may I say something?
yes, sure.
Ma'am, once I was discussing the matter with one of my friends. He said 2 points. First one is that why we give our property to the girl child, because we have the amount we have already given to the daughter in the form of dowry, in the form of the सामान जितने देते हैं दहेज में सब उसी साथ हम दे दिए हैं जो देना था, अब हम क्यों दें?
मैं तो यही
And the second point was
dowry मत दो. मैं तो कहती हूँ dowry मत दो.
Yes, yes, that is totally wrong.
ये बिल्कुल खत्म होने चाहिए dowry.
Yes, ma'am.
Frankly speaking, you will not believe it. When I got married, I had a simple marriage. I told my parents, give me education. And my parents paid for my education until my PhD. Yes. And I was like, I don't want a lavish, like a, show off wedding. I want simple wedding. And I just want you to spend money on my education. So if you ask me, I will say wherever I am today, I am because of my parents. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Give him education. Give her education. Yes. It's good for you.
The second point was, he said, Anis, if you look the society carefully, you will definitely find that those who are claiming men and women as equal, they are not following their rules by themselves, because if the men and women are equal, why they are treated unequal when it comes to athletic games or any sports? We you can play the games, you can organize the game by mixing girls and boys in together, but you don't do this. You do a play. There's the girls' playground. There will only play the girls and the match of girls. And now the matches of boys is going on. Why do you say this? It
I do
means
not agree with that.
you are breaking rules.
Because think about that. Women are physically not that strong as compared to men. That is the fact. That's a biological fact. It's not human created fact. It's a biological fact that women are physically not equal. अगर even ज़्यादातर देखो तो height में भी अगर कोई 6 feet woman आपको मिल जाए तो आप बड़े हैरान होके देखते हो इतनी लंबी औरत. You know what I mean? But men में आपको 6 feet तो आम हो जाते हैं लोग. So women physically उनकी जो build-up है nature से है वो तो different है ना. वो तो डिफरेंट है, उसमें आप उसको नहीं कर सकते. बट अगर थिंक अबाउट मेंटली, इमोशनली, ऑल अदर फीलिंग्स आर सेम, राइट? अगर आप मेंटली ब्रेन वाइज देखो तो कितना वुमेन हर काम कर रही हैं, अचीव करती हैं. पायलट्स हैं आजकल वुमेन, आर्मी में हैं वुमेन, सब कुछ है, राइट? ब्रेव हैं वो, बहुत हैं. अब आप अपनी हिस्ट्री में भी देख लो, इवन कितनी वुमेन रही हैं हिस्टोरिकली भी बोल्ड, जिन्होंने कई वॉर्स में पार्टिसिपेट किया है. तो वो बात नहीं है, पर अगर
Yes,
आप ये
ma'am.
कि वो गेम क्यों नहीं इकट्ठी खेलती, वो खेलती है जब हम I still remember when I was used to be in college or university, we used to play together with boys like our sports or hockey or football for practice purposes. Yes, the competitions, yes, in competitions we always had separate competitions. It's there, it's worldwide, because there is no match in that way. Physically we are, our build up is different, right? So वो तो कोई पॉइंट नहीं बनता एमडी, वो तो ऐसे जैसे कह लो ना, जैसे हिंदी में कह लो कि ऐसे किसी से दांत अड़ाने वाली बात है कि आर्ग्यूमेंट से
Yes, ma'am.
आर्ग्यूमेंट करना है, आर्ग्यूमेंट करना है तो करना है, बट वो उसका कोई बेस नहीं है उस आर्ग्यूमेंट का, you know, that's what I'm saying.
Ma'am, I answer that if it's true, then why the weight is so important, that this is for only who are above the this weight, and then
Good evening,
this
ma'am.
can't participate in the fight. It shows that they are doing
Okay, MD, let
and
someone else
physically.
please get a chance to speak. So we have Simran in the class, Pavanthan is in the class.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Amit Suna is here.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good to see you guys.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, in the hello, ma'am. Can I speak?
Yes, sure.
Ma'am, please. Saturday, Sunday, please, ma'am, try to take a class of modals.
Say it again. It was not clear.
Ma'am,
Uh-huh.
ma'am, the next Saturday, Sunday, please keep a class of modals.
Saturday, Sunday, I will have a class at 8:30 every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. So the time will not change. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to say something, go ahead, talk about women empowerment. By the time I have to take this call, I'm going to mute myself. Okay. Yes, go ahead, talk about.
Hello.
Sorry, guys.
Ma'am,
I have to
ma'am,
take a.
can I
That's
say
why.
something?
Yes.
Ma'am, I think every girls should be highly educated, but is doesn't mean that she should be work. When she gets married and go to her new house, it is depend on their families. If they have everything and they want that their daughter-in-law, they don't want to any work to their daughter-in-law. So it is depend on that. But if they, her father-in-law or their new family, if they want to do in job, so she can. But I saw many families and many cases here. Parents, parental family doesn't allow to work, and daughter-in-law want very much. So in these case, many many cases.
Right. I understand. I mean, it's everywhere. I'm not saying only in-laws are not letting women to work. Sometimes parents do the same thing. We are just talking about that this needs to be changed. It needs to be like, should have something on, like, see, no one is asking what that girl wants. That's my point. Everyone is imposing what they want. That's the problem. Why not women have a say that this is what I want, and other family members, in-laws or parents respect that woman's decision? That's my point. That's what
I
I'm
say
saying.
many. I saw many parents saying that they said that I educated my daughter because for doing job in their new house.
So
They,
they give the education to their daughter to do what?
job after marriage.
Okay. And then in-laws say, no, you don't need to work.
They doesn't want to household in the in-laws.
Right. But see,
I saw saying this, madam. I saw my directly my.
right. But her analogy, the point is, who is the sufferer? Who is the sufferer? The woman is the sufferer, right? That's my point. That's what we are talking about. Woman empowerment. Yes, there are so many.
So women can everything, ma'am. But I think it is should be depend on their in-laws. I think.
That's what we are talking. It depends on their in-laws. Then where is woman's power? That's what I am saying. It all depends on husband or mother-in-law or father-in-law. And if he is at parents' house, it all depends on father or brother. Then where is woman's identity? That's the point we are talking about.
Can I say something, ma'am?
Yes, wife.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, women doing their household works and their office job, but the man just doing their office job. They say that I can't do this type of household work because I'm a man.
Right.
They never like drink water just to pick up the glass. They just want to, I need water, you give me water,
Right.
because they are man.
Yes.
And women manage their household works and their jobs also,
Right.
because they are women.
Right. I understand what you are saying, because
Yes, ma'am.
that exactly happened in my parental house too. My brother or my father never picked a glass of water by themselves. Yes, that's the culture. I'm saying that.
I have a great example.
Yes,
For example, in India and Bangladesh, girls cook, but they eat after boys. And in other words, the boys eat after males, and this is the rules.
So yours, who eats first, Tasneem?
Of course, boy.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So boys eat first and then you eat. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, most of the family happen. I want to say.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, she's right. Most of the families happen that your husband eat first and then you eat.
Isn't that
I
because
think
you're cooking the food and so that's why you
yes.
have to eat after that?
Yes.
Or it's a tradition? Is it a tradition?
And they say that it's a tradition of the families.
Okay. Wow.
But this tradition is continued right now in the villages. You can see right now.
Right.
If you go to villages, Indian villages, so this tradition is continue now.
Yeah,
Yet-
I mean, here, I understand that if woman is cooking the meal, and it's very natural that she will be serving to others, family, children, husband, whosoever it is, and because she is cooking, and if she is especially making the chapatis, then she will be the last one who will finish cooking, and then she will eat. But if the food is ready, if the food is on the table, or if it's food on the floor and everyone is eating together, it's not like the woman can eat with themselves, with everyone around them.
Together.
Yeah, don't you think that they eat together? Or it's a tradition that no, the women, they have to eat after everyone is done?
Meal.
I don't think so. It's like that. Yeah. I mean, it might be, I will say, family to family, but it's not a tradition, I think. So Tasneem, you think that's a tradition in your culture or something you're saying? Or in your
No, ma'am.
It's
It's not a
tradition.
tradition, but
Yeah.
in from older days, it is coming like that. Like in kitchen, they cannot bring all food to in eating place, and they cannot get back to there, because that is like मतलब खाने के बाद छुआ हुआ पूरा उधर नहीं जूठा ले जा सकते किचन पे रखने को. तो so anyone should be there to serve.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. So, yeah. I mean, that's okay. I mean, even if here, for example, in America, yeah, I am equal. I have equal rights. I can say that. But when I'm cooking something, even for this morning, for example, I was cooking breakfast, and I first served to my husband, and then I brought my breakfast on the same table, and we ate it. So it's okay. I mean, these are, I think, are minor things, and these are the family things, everyone. I don't think so that has a lot of say to about women empowerment, but the major things I will say, where it's mostly no one think about what woman wants, and they just imposing what they want, right? What the family wants.
Actually, all boys wanna control all girl.
Control. Right. Yeah, but see, Tasneem, that's the cultural wise too. That's a culture too. It depends on even the culture you are born in, or sometimes some of the rules are in religiously, there are some rules people follow, and maybe those rules were not there, but they made it or they manipulated it. I don't know. I am not aware of many religions and cultures, how the things work, but sometimes they use it like that. Oh, it's written in this, or it's like this, and we have to follow it, right? So it all depends. Like right now, for example, whatever it's happening in Afghanistan, the many people in Afghanistan, those they are kind of like have a modern thinking, they are saying no, whatever they are saying, it's not even in the books. They are just making their own rules on us. So it all depends on. But see here, the thing is, like, I'm not saying that yes, if we are cooking at home, then we are suppressed by men. I don't think so, because when we live in the family, we do the things together, right? Sometimes some people, like for example, I can talk about myself, like here I'm living where I'm with my husband or my children. So we all contribute. Yeah, of course, maybe I do a little bit more because I'm a mother also, a wife. But at the same time, my husband, he always helps me with the things, right? So it's not about like, no, he's a male and he will not do this or not do that. But that could be the reason, maybe because he grew up like that. In his family, it was like that. It's not like if you are a male, then you are not doing anything. He grew up like that. He had to wash his own dishes. Okay, when he finishes food, he had to go to the kitchen and wash the dishes. That's the way he grew up. Okay, so that's the culture. That was his, I will say, household culture, right? So everyone had that culture, and that's what he was even telling my children also. Like, when you finish food, it's not your mom's job to put the dishes in the dishwasher. Like here, of course, we have dishwashers. We have mostly machines where we do the chores, right? But even then, he was like, okay, to my son or to my daughter, if you finish your food, you need to put the dishes in the dishwasher. It's not your mom's job. Right? So it depends on how the males also are treating the woman, I will say, yeah. So it depends. But yeah, I saw in my parents' house, my brother or my father, they never take a glass of water. Washing the dishes is not even in dreams, but my husband was doing that. You know what I mean? Because he grew up in a different family. His atmosphere, home atmosphere was very different. So it all depends. Yes.
Ma'am, I want to say something.
Yes.
Ma'am, if we say about dowry, property, equality, and intercaste marriage, etc., Indian laws take their equality. But Indian people don't follow rule because they want to prefer make their own rule. Ma'am, this is the universal truth.
Yeah, I think there are some of the traditions are in the family, I will say, because some it all depends on the way you are saying is intercaste marriage or this and that, because we all are bounded in our own religious boundaries, I will say, right? क्योंकि इंडिया में कास्टिज्म है और वो कभी अभी शुरू नहीं हुआ इंडिया में कास्टिज्म, राइट? पता नहीं कितनी सदियों से चला आ रहा है, आई डोंट नो। कहते हैं कि किसने बनाया थे भाई कास्टिज्म, किसी को याद हो तो, मुझे नाम भूल गया उसका, कहते हैं किसने बनाया था? मनु ने? डू यू नो एनीवन? मनु ने बनाया था कास्टिज्म, ऋषि मनु, आई डोंट नो। एनीवेज, सो द कास्टिज्म है इंडिया में, राइट? तो वो तो जैसे कह लो कि रूट्स में बैठा हुआ है वो, बड़े शहरों में या कुछ फैमिलीज में कह लो बहुत परसेंटेज कम है जहाँ पे people don't think about casteism and they just look about the person, the qualities of a human being. That's, I mean, I don't know how we can talk about it because that's a very sensitive topic. Because when we say about religion is a very sensitive topic and everyone has their own beliefs, right? You understand what I'm saying? Yes.
I know in India, cycling is a common thing. Boy or girl can cycling. But in Bangladesh, if one girl can wanna cycling, it's an uncommon thing, and everyone, what is happened? Why is a girl
cycling?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's cultural wise, because India is a melting pot. First of all, इंडिया में आपको हर कल्चर मिलेगा, हर रिलीजन मिलेगा, हर तरह की सोच के लोग मिलेंगे, राइट? बहुत फ्री लोग भी हैं और बहुत नैरो माइंडेड वाले लोग भी हैं, बहुत इंडिपेंडेंट रिलीजन वाइज भी हैं जो किसी रिलीजन को नहीं मानते, दे थिंक दैट वी आर वन क्रिएशन, राइट? और बहुत लोग हैं जो हर एक अपने अपने रिलीजन को कहता है नहीं, माय रिलीजन इज सुपीरियर, अदर इज नॉट। सो इंडिया में तो आप बहुत मतलब अनलिमिटेड है ना सारा कुछ। इंडिया तो कंट्री ही इस तरह है ना, वो कल्चर। अब जैसे आप बांग्लादेश की बात कर रहे हो तो मेजॉरिटी इज द सेम कम्युनिटी, आई विल से, राइट? वो वहां पे थोड़ा डिफरेंट है माहौल। अब जैसे यहाँ पाकिस्तान का ले लो तो वहां पे भी मेजॉरिटी एक रिलीजन जो है वो डोमिनेट करता है, तो वहां पे थोड़ा डिफरेंट है। बट इंडिया में बहुत कुछ डोमिनेट करता है एक दूसरे को। आई मीन इट्स अ वास्ट इन एवरी रिलीजन वाइज या एजुकेशन वाइज, आई मीन सारे पार्ट्स में, इकोनॉमिकली, सोशली, वेरी डिफरेंट। अब देखो ना साउथ में चले जाओ, नॉर्थ से आप साउथ में, let me tell you, even here in America, one of my next door neighbor in my previous house was from Hyderabad. Okay, and all my American friends, my neighbors, used to say, oh, she's from India. And I used to tell them, you know what, she's more foreigner to me than you guys are. Why? Because एक साउथ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वो तो लैंग्वेज बिल्कुल डिफरेंट थी उनकी, राइट? हैदराबाद में आई फॉरगॉट नाउ, आई थिंक शी यूज्ड टू स्पीक
तेलुगु।
तेलुगु कौन सी?
तेलुगु,
या
तेलुगु लैंग्वेज।
हाँ, तो पहले देखो वो लैंग्वेज डिफरेंट, मेरे को वो लैंग्वेज का एक वर्ड नहीं पता, ठीक है, और कल्चर बिल्कुल डिफरेंट उनका। वो तो हिंदी मूवीज नहीं वॉच करते थे इवन, they said we don't watch Hindi movies,
yes ma'am,
right? तो अब देखो ना, फिर मैं अपने वही मेरे जो अमेरिकन नेबर्स थे, मैं उनको कहती थी, यार दे आर फ्रॉम इंडिया बट आवर कल्चर इज वेरी डिफरेंट, बिकॉज आई एम फ्रॉम नॉर्थ इंडिया, आई एम फ्रॉम पंजाब, कहाँ हैदराबाद। सो इंडिया में तो आपको बहुत डिफरेंट कल्चर मिलते हैं ना, वो तो आपको खुद को भी नहीं उनका दूसरे का पता।
In Pakistan or in Bangladesh or in India, no girl can work at night safely.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe in big cities like Bombay. No
ma'am, it depends on the area. Like in rural area you can
yeah, but see, it depends.
not work in night freely. Depend on the city and area. Actually I lived in Pune and Bangalore. It is totally safe. You can work 24/7, and any girl and boys can work and roam around in the street or anywhere. That is safe. But it depends on the rural area or some other area. They cannot do like that.
Right.
In the night.
But in our Bangladesh, we can't do job. I mean, a girl can job in night.
Night jobs, you can do night jobs, just daytime, right? That's what you're saying. Yes. Yeah, but even I think in India also, it's not popular in many cities to working girls at nighttime. It's not, yeah, safety wise, it's there. And see here, the things are different now. I will say safety wise, it's more dangerous now, because I can see that when I go to India now, I feel like it's not the same India. When I left, it was a different India, and now it's not the same. So I even remember, you will not believe it, when I was a little girl, and I used to go with my brother to school because he had a bike and he was taking me to school. But sometimes he was just leaving me because he was here, I'm going with my friends, and I used to walk to school. And my school was like maybe I will say it was more than 1 mile. I remember that. And I sometimes used to go by myself walking. And I was in 3rd grade. I remember that, 3rd or 4th grade. And you will not believe, there was not even a single incident ever occurred with me. Never, ever. Okay. But now think about, you cannot even leave your child for 1 second alone. Can you do that in India? No, not anymore, right? So even I had seen that change. Like, I know how the things are different now, you know. So I don't know how it's maybe people are more like selfish or more, I mean, it's different. I don't know how it changed, but it's different, and it's more, I will say, more unsafe. It's not safe. It's not safe.
Ma'am, if I talk about intercaste marriage in India, if your parents are agree with your intercaste marriage, then your society people's giving tantrums that it's not good. That's to say to your parents that it's not good for you. It's your son, your daughter. So I think sometimes parents are parents want to support your child, but in this society, people of society, when they giving tantrums, they feel scared. So I think so many people faces this type of problem in India about for the intercaste marriage.
I mean, see here, if your parents are agree, then I will say it's none of other people's business, you know.
Ma'am, but people, some type of peoples that is saying any time that it's not good for your child, it's not good. So they wash their mind,
Yeah.
their parents.
I think, like, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not gonna ask you about any particular religion, but it's very political also. People are making it more political too. That's what I say. I don't know any other thing, but if you ask me otherwise, many people are married in intercaste wedding marriages, and like I know in my circle there are people who have intercaste marriages and very successful marriages, but I don't know if most of the marriages are actually sorry, I don't want to say that, but it's just like in Hindus or Sikhs, it's very common. It's very common because many, like, for example, Khatris are many countries that in also have their Sikhs. You know what I mean? So it's very common, but in some other religions, it's not very common between some other religions, right? But I will say it's people are making it more politically that way. I don't know. It's all depends on where you born, your family's atmosphere. I cannot talk about this topic like a social issue. I will say I think it's a more like a family issue. As far I know, it's more family oriented. How people think. Because if you ask me for my children, I don't have any problem. I just want a good human being.
Yes, ma'am. If your life partner educator, so it doesn't matter that it is intercaste. So because you
I
have
don't even believe in casteism, frankly speaking. I don't believe. Personally, I don't believe in casteism. I am a more self-realized person. I don't believe in any man-created religions because I know there is a superpower who sent us on this earth, one creator who created everyone. That's what I believe. And that's my belief. I'm not imposing on anyone. You know what I mean? So that's the way I think life. So I mean, I am religious, but my religion is humanity. My religion is that do good deeds. That's it. Be nice to
Correct,
people.
ma'am. Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the life. If you can do something good for someone, do it. If you do not have a power to do something, then please don't harm anyone. That's it. That's it. That's my religion. And I know in my institution,
people are not thinking like that, ma'am. They want to get benefit, like they want to make some issue and they get benefit from that, even they politician or some religions like that, but they don't want to help it.
Yes. I mean,
They are not respecting their decisions.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I will say what my advice is that change start from home. So if we say, oh, he's doing this, she's doing this, just try to change yourself. Just try to be good human. And if everyone's gonna think like that, we will have a good word, a good around us because we all are a part of this world, right? That's what I believe in. Right? So see, that's why I'm doing this channel. Okay, let me do this. That's why I'm doing this speaking sessions, that there are students, they need help and I have it. And why not to do it? Why not to give someone what I have, right? So it's all depends on what you want to do in your life. I know sometimes my husband say, oh, you just have like 10 people in your class or 5 people. I was like, I will teach even if there is a 1 student in my class. That's what I am. Because even if one person is getting something, if I'm helping even a 1 student, I will feel that I accomplished something. So I know And he knows now, so now he doesn't say anything to me. He used to say, you don't have many subscribers, you don't have many viewers. I was like, I don't care. I'm not doing this for money. You know that, right?
Yes, ma'am. Correct, ma'am. You working for us, not for money and subscribers.
Right. So what?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Even if I have 100,000 subscribers, or what I'm gonna make, $100 monthly, really? That's nothing for me. You know, I'm living in America, and by the grace of God, I have everything what I want in my life. What else I want? You know what I mean? So there is no Ambani and Dani se ko pucho to they want more. There is no end for desires, right? And what we're gonna take from this earth? Nothing. We will go
Because
empty.
ma'am, you have a lot of loyalty.
I mean, it's all greed. There is no end for greed. There is no end for greed. And that's the reason, guys, I always tell you the truth. If you're gonna do this, you will achieve it. I'm not gonna give you fake promises. I'm not gonna say, oh, you will learn with this one video. No, it's all your hard work, your passion, your dedication. Then you can achieve your goals. And that's the way I learned it. And many of you don't know, my education is from government school also, right? And Simran was very surprised last time. But it all depends how you look at the life, how you think about what you want to be, right? Yes. So, but yes, when I came here, I came in America, I started from the scratch, I will say. When I was doing my PhD, I was teaching in university in India. I taught in college also, right? But when I came to America, I felt like I am nowhere. What I'm going to do, from where I will start, right? And I was asking my other people around me how I'm going to start, how I'm going to get in the education. No one knew that. I started as a substitute educator, substitute teacher. And then I was asking other American teachers, my education is from India, what I need to do? They were like, we don't know, because our education is not from India, right? But I found my ways. Then I met one Chinese girl. She was also from China. And she was like, you know what? You need to apply to the Department of Education. And then just write on everything, like get your credentials from this company and then tell them that you want to become an educator. And that's what I did. And then they sent me all the list. Okay, you need this, you need this, you need this. Then I joined the university. I took all my courses, my required courses. I had my certifications. Then I became a teacher. I didn't become a teacher in one day. Yes, it took me 3-4 years, right? And but whatever I wanted, I achieved it. And even still, I am learning every day. I'm taking courses. I am like attending conferences. I am going through staff developments. Even recently I finished a course. Right now I'm doing 2 more courses online. I'm hungry for learning. I'm hungry for education. That's the way I am. So it all depends on, and if you ask me religiously, I read Bible, I read Quran. Everything is online. Everything is online. I read Guru Granth Sahib. I read even Vedas also. I read Ramayana, Mahabharata, and we even watched those shows when I was in college. We used to have a Ramayana and Mahabharata. I mean, I know pretty much about every religion and what they all are saying. You know, teaching is same. Only the way it's different. Interpretation is different. So that's why I was like, no, we all are humans. Just be a good human. That's what I believe in. But I'm not imposing my thinking on anyone else, right? Not even my children. You will not believe it. I don't even tell them what to follow and what not to follow. It's your learning, you explore it, and then what you like it, you do it. Because it's your life. It's not my life. I'm living my life. I want you to live your life with your experiences. I'm not imposing anything on you, right? So then you learn more, you accomplish more, you flourish more, in other words, right? So anyways, guys, we started with empowerment and now we are ending up on something. We didn't even read it. We had a very good discussion. Anyone wants to say anything? And I think we're going to read this next week now. Let's see. Anyone?
Ma'am, may I ask a question?
I know, MD, you asked me so many questions. Okay, go ahead.
Ma'am, if suppose you have a power and you can change only one thing, what in empowerment, women empowerment, what will you do for India and what will you suggest for America?
I will just say, let women take her own decisions. Don't impose.
To the both
You-
countries.
I mean, in America, if you ask me, women have a lot of power. I don't see like a woman in a majority of the areas, pretty much women are equal. Even then, yeah. Okay, let me tell you, I heard about it, but I never experienced it. That in some fields, they say that women are getting less pay as compared to men. And I don't know that. Maybe in private sectors, it is there. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that because I'm not working in private sector. Okay, I work in semi-government, and we don't have any difference in any benefit. If I'm a woman or if my coworker is a man, we have same benefits. Everything is depends on my education and my experiences. You know what I mean? But in private sectors, they say that women and men might have a pay difference in the pay, or they are getting paid. I don't know about that. But if you are asking me about freedom wise in the family or the rights or the laws, the socially, I think in America, woman is same. I mean, for example, I mean, in everything, it's like a woman has the same rights. What the and for example, first of all, here there is no casteism in American culture. There is no casteism, no casteism. Okay, but there is a class in a Western culture. The class is different. You know what I mean. Class means richness.
Status.
Yeah, पैसे के लिहाज से थोड़ा है. But even then, parents.
We can say status, man.
हाँ, स्टेटस वाइज कह सकते हो, थोड़ा डिफरेंस है, पर वो भी आपको ऐसे दिखता नहीं है, आपको नजर नहीं आता वो डिफरेंस. कोई अगर है भी तो कोई नजर नहीं आता, कोई आपको रियलाइज नहीं करवाता कि ये हमारा डिफरेंस है. यू नो व्हाट आई मीन. वो नहीं है. तो कास्टिज्म तो है ही नहीं ना. वो उनको तो पता भी नहीं है ये कास्ट होती क्या है. वो कहते हैं व्हाट इज दैट कास्टिज्म. लाइक या, दैट इज समथिंग डिफरेंट. वी हैव इट इन इंडिया. या. And so, I mean, and then like for example, देखो 18 years, now you will not believe it. If I want to know any information about my daughter or about my son, the medical history, their education, I will not get any information without my children's consent. If they will allow, if they will give the written permission to the medical office, to the hospital, that yes, she's my mother and she has a right to get the information, then I will get it. Or even if I will call the university and if I will say, oh, my daughter is in university and I'm paying her all the money for her education and I want to know what grade she's getting, no, I will not find out. My daughter is the one who can provide that information to me. So you understand what I mean? It's like after 18, you don't have any right to get any information about even your children. So it's very different. It's very different. And some
Our
people...
India is full of caste and customs now.
Yeah, so much. And that's like, it's not healthy for the society, you know. It's not healthy for society. Because see, that's what I feel like. If you are from an upper caste, you think you are superior, then you try to, you know, degrade other people, try to humiliate other people. That's not good. I mean, we all are humans. Just think about that. If you see here, I used to donate blood also. I think I need to go back and do it, because when I leave the country, when I go to India especially, then I have to wait for 2 years to donate the blood, because they're not going to take my blood if I am traveling, especially to India. If I go to Canada, no problem. but I used to give my blood and donate my blood. And then whenever they used my blood for any person, I was getting a thank you note, right? I don't even know who is receiving my blood. Think about that way. Just think logically, right? So where the caste is coming from when my blood is helping someone else, and that someone else can be from any caste, from any religion, right? So who created it? We. Who came first? We came first, right? Not the religion came first. That's what I believe. Again, it's my belief system. I'm not imposing or telling anyone, but that's the way it is. That's the way I think, right? Okay, anyone else wants to say anything about woman empowerment? Yes, guys, the topic is just leaning towards other areas. Yes, anyone before we end the session?
I think that's why so many people want to going abroad, because they are tired from the in India about the casteism. That's why they want to go abroad. I think some rules are not good there.
I think it's a family wise. It's not about India or America, because here I have many friends, many people I know, they still think the same way the people think in India. So I don't think so that's gonna change much, because they just impose their own stuff on their children. Maybe they are not following, their children are not following, or they are suppressed or something, but everyone is different. Country is not going to help you if you're not going to help yourself. You know what I mean? That's important. Wherever you live.
I think respect is the most important.
Changing yourself is more important when you have a power. I know if you are a girl and dependent on your parents, or if you are a woman dependent on your husband, and there is no say, I don't know how much you can change, because if you want to change, you might gonna break your home. You know what I mean? You know, it's, there are so many things. Yeah, but yeah, it might gonna take time, but maybe, I mean, if one person is changing, at least he might be helping many other people around him, his family, right? You understand what I mean? Maybe if one person is changing, he might be a support for his wife, or his daughter, or, you know, so that is also a great effort. Everyone can do that. But I will say, just be human and be empathetic, right? Think about others' pain as your pain. Think about others' difficulties as your difficulties. Then you can think about to change yourself. That's what I will say. And then your relationships will work, flourish too. Because जब आप किसी पे कंट्रोल करके अपने रिलेशनशिप बिल्ड करते हो, तो वो उसमें घुटन है, उसमें सिंसियरिटी कितनी है, ऑनेस्टी कितनी है, प्यार कितना है, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, miss. It's true. Absolutely.
Right. So is there anyone else want to say something before we end this session? Ravi, Nair, Pavanthan, Ayodhya, anyone?
Ma'am,
Yes, Simran.
first of all, I'm sorry, ma'am. Yesterday, I was not in class because I was at my cousin's Jago function, and tomorrow is his marriage function, and tomorrow my son's birthday too.
Oh, happy birthday! Tell him happy birthday in advance.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. That's it.
Okay. Good. Anyone? So is there anyone wants to say anything before we end the session? MD, your hand is raised or it's permanently raised?
I raised my hand before 50 minutes ago. 50 minutes ago.
Okay. Okay. So you already talked about it, right? You got the chance. Did you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 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 Pavanthan, Ravi Nair, anyone, Suman, Tasneem, anyone wants to
I
say?
think we need to make a group in an communication app to learn English. It will be help for us. I think can happen Messenger, WhatsApp, anything.
What you are saying? I don't know how those groups works because I don't have any phone number to share with you. So how that gonna work? You know what I mean? I don't have any number. Yes. So, and I don't want to share my personal number, frankly speaking. Okay. So, anyone else? Because I can provide you these sessions Saturday, Sunday. I'm here. You have a time. You can join me. There are so many other channels. They have WhatsApp groups. You can join any group if you want to. I don't know how those groups works, and I am not comfortable to create any group under my name. Okay. I don't live there. I live here in America, and here rules and regulations are very different and very strict. So I don't want to get in anything like that. Okay, so anyone else has anything to say? Okay, then as you know, I changed the time. It's 8:30 Saturday, 8:30 Sunday, same time. So no one can get confused with the time. Okay, and we will finish this woman empowerment, and we will try to stick with the topic next week. So I hope you all enjoyed the discussion today. Yes, if you enjoyed the discussion, give me thumbs up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, I enjoyed.
Yes, ma'am.
I really enjoyed
Okay, so I will see you
my
then next.
second day, and I really enjoyed your to meet with you.
Oh, thank you,
Yes,
Raman.
you are very helpful. I can say that you are very helpful and cooperative lady. So it's nice to meet you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. So I'll see you.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, as I said, my brother is going to abroad. I also share that I am attending your class today. Today in India, today is Rakhi. You know.
Right. Yes. Yes. Today
Yes. So I talked to him about every session that I attended, about your class, about everything. And he is very happy for me. Yes. And he asked me how your teacher teach, and I said my views and our discussions जो भी हमने आपने हमें समझाया था everything. So he guided me that your teacher is too good.
I'm trying my best. So I don't know. I am just, that's the way I am. I feel like if I know you, and there is a saying, if you don't know me, you cannot teach me. And I am a very strong believer in that I need to know you if I want to educate you, you know what I mean? So that's
You're
why
such a good human being. That's why everyone likes you. And I'm your fan, ma'am, always.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, she's rightly said.
Okay, guys, don't pamper me so much. I'm gonna get spoiled. I will see you next Saturday. Have a wonderful time. So, bye bye.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good dream.